All right, Alec, how are you doing this fine evening?
I am doing fairly well, I would
Fairly
say.
well. Could be
Yeah.
better if a couple things went a different way.
Yeah, you mean like if our guest who is supposed to be on
Yeah, F
showed up?
that guy.
Yeah, Botza.
He doesn't even watch this, so it's fine. We could literally say the worst things in the world about him.
We could, even though I love that guy.
Yeah, well, F him though, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
So, you might be wondering, box art battles. What is that? I don't even know what that means. I know what box arts are, I know what battles are, but put them together, it's confusing.
Box art battle. Yeah, I don't know, man. What is it?
So basically, this was a little idea I had to where we could pair up random video game box arts and just decide which would be the best. And I basically called on my brother to help out. He is usually helpful with these kinds of things, willing to help out. So he put together a little web page where he has random matchups.
Yeah, big shout out to your brother for helping out. That was
Yeah.
really great.
And he said he just went through eBay and went to like, I forget if it was like ending soonest or like recently ended listings, and just searched video game, and it's like the first ones that came up. So he didn't even decide. There's no bias in these box arts. It could be good, bad, or just not remarkable at all. Box art, and then we'll just have a winner of this episode of box art battles. It could just be a
Yeah.
random.
Yeah, it is.
Could all be awful box art.
Yeah.
Um,
Could be just the worst. Could be amazing. I don't know. This could be really hard. It's hard to
yeah.
say.
And like we mentioned, we were supposed to have a guest because we wanted to have 3 votes in order to, vote on something to win, not have to have ties, which is like very easy to do with 2 people. So we're gonna have to come to peaceful resolutions. We're gonna talk it
That's
out
right.
like our politicians should.
Yeah.
And we're
Not
gonna
screaming not screaming at each other.
we
Yeah.
might have our own agendas, but I don't know how we compromise when there's just 2 options though.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll have to do it. We'll have to figure it out.
So
Might have to flip some coins.
we don't know the games going in, so it'll be a nice surprise. We're gonna like show them at the same time as we're revealing them.
We're doing it blind.
We're doing it blind. F it.
Yeah.
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 And I'm gonna put together a bracket, and we'll go from there. It's gonna be 16 games total, which is 8 matchups, and then it goes to 4, 2, and you have the winner.
Yeah.
It'll be
Let's
grand.
do it.
All right.
Let's go. Let's not keep the people waiting.
All right.
I don't even want to keep waiting.
So
I'm
let's
excited.
On 3, 2, 1.
What a matchup.
Oh my god, this is a classic matchup. Far Cry 5 versus Hugo the Evil Mirror. I've never even heard of that game.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to. Okay, so this might be a video I share with. I try to share in some other groups, like with Pete Dorr,
Uh huh.
old Pete Dorr. I might try to share it with him because on your brother using eBay. Pete goes on eBay all the time
Yeah.
and is like does some streams, eBay streams. So we see like crazy goofy box art like this. So I don't know if he would say, "Oh yeah, Hugo and the Evil Mirror, that's like super rare," or if this is just some garbage shovelware game. I don't know.
I mean, it seems
Um,
iconic. Tell me what your first impressions are looking at these box arts here.
um,
What do you
First
like
impressions are, what am I liking?
about each of these box arts?
So Hugo the Evil Mirror says to me that's probably a platformer. It's probably a side-scrolling platformer.
I hope it's a.
Just
I
guess.
hope it's not.
I hope it's a dating sim. Um,
Yeah, I get that.
Hugo the Evil Mirror. That's just such a.
Weird.
Is it like is it an original character? Is it like a licensed game? Like I don't even know who Hugo.
Well, I'm confused. Is it Hugo? Is this guy? But how is it Hugo the Evil Mirror? It's not Hugo and the Evil Mirror.
Yeah, it's just Hugo the Evil Mirror.
He is both that. He's both that and a mirror.
I don't know. He's busting through the mirror though.
But I do
so.
like that he's busting out and it's got some cool stuff going on.
It does have some good movement. I will say honestly, the cartoon art, it's not the most appealing thing. It looks very kiddie.
Okay.
Like, I mean, you can have like animated art look great. I mean, I'm sure we're gonna get plenty of that going through here.
I can only hope.
And by animated art, I mean like it's basically cartoon art. Um, but this, yeah, I don't know. It screams kind of kiddie to me.
Yeah, well,
Um,
kids are fine. I mean, there's two different fonts going on, so there's clearly a differentiation between Hugo and the evil mirror.
Hugo.
Hugo seems to be paired with this creature, and the evil
Yeah,
mirror matches the color of the mirror.
it's true that they did do color scheme stuff there.
Yeah.
That is true. It's true.
Now on the
Gotta look
flip side,
gotta look for the positives.
we got Far Cry 5. We got a nice symmetry going on here. Framings straight down the middle. Got an American flag and people on both sides, almost biblical.
There's a lot of stuff that I really like about this box art. I've heard the game is but there's a lot of stuff that I like what they're going for here. They're definitely like religious cult type themes. This guy's clearly is supposed to be like a Jesus figure. This is like looking like the Last Supper here. But obviously instead of actually a supper, it's decked out with he's has a Bible or some other sort of book, maybe his own writings. I don't know. I didn't play Far Cry 5. And then everyone else is just like weapons on the table, weapons, and apparently somebody that they're making an example of in front of the table. An American flag, so it's like uber patriotism to the point of worship, I'm sure. And there is a good boy right there. It looks like, but I don't know if that's paint or blood that's streaked down his head.
Probably blood.
But he looks like a good boy though, so it's that's acceptable. I don't know. I definitely like that. There's a strong theme here. You definitely get an idea of what the game's kind of about. You're going to be fighting. I mean, maybe you are that guy. I don't know. I would guess though, given what you generally have the idea of Far Cry is that there's going to be some sort of terrorism or cult or something involved.
Right.
In this game, it is a religious cult. So, out in like Utah or South Dakota or something, I don't remember.
So
yeah, I don't know.
We've got two very different styles. I think I kind of like both of the box arts, honestly, but I like the centering of the Far Cry 5.
There's like I said, it's really good. It is evoking. To me, it evokes a lot about the game too, because Far Cry is all about kind of an open world experience. You see this huge landscape in the background. There's a church there too. Mm-hmm. It looks like there's a bombing going on there too in the background. There's like explosions and some planes flying overhead.
Yeah. There's a lot of depth to it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Well, that's the thing. That's what I really like. The more you look at it, the more I get out of it. Anyway. Mm-hmm. That's kind of what I like about it. Anyway.
So you think Far Cry 5?
I'm leaning towards that. I think Hugo has it's just like, man, this is fun. It's just like it's probably a platformer. You're probably gonna have fun when you play it, unless it's terrible. I don't know. It's trying to sell you on this character though, who I'm not necessarily sure I find him the most appealing thing in the world.
I don't like that he has one strap across his chest.
That's a little weird. I don't like his one doopy tooth either. I'd rather he have like maybe one coming down on the other side.
Honestly, I'm really interested in Hugo the Evil Mirror after seeing this, but yeah, I would vote for Far Cry 5.
Yeah, I think it just to me there's just kind of more, you get more out of it, I think, from the box art. Yeah, you kind of get a better idea of what the game is. So
that's what we're going with.
Yep.
All right, so there's a link down at the bottom here to move on to the next one.
Okay, let's do that then.
3, 2, 1. Oh. Okay, so we have Lego the Ninjago Movie video game on the Nintendo Switch and E.T. the Extraterrestrial on Atari 2600.
Okay. So, notoriously one of the worst video games of all time. Mm-hmm. Honestly, I don't really hate the box art on this one, though. I've always kind of found it's
very retro.
It's very retro. It's very cool. I don't know if this was like, if they took a still from like some art for the movie, like a movie poster, and slapped it on there, or if this was like
Yeah.
some original rendering. I don't really know, honestly. I get the impression that it was sort of from some sort of movie poster. Elliot looks like he's got some chunk on his
Yeah.
cheeks there. He got a little chub.
But I mean, you got all the ET essentials. You have the glowing finger. You have the telephone. That's all you
Yeah,
need.
yeah. You have something floating in the background too. The phone home.
Of the home that he is phoning.
Yeah.
All right. What about Lego the Ninjago movie video game?
I really love the sense of the action in
Mm-hmm.
this one.
And
It's again kind of like Far Cry. It kind of sucks you into the background. There's a real sense of like, well, actually, I would say there's more detail in the backgrounds. I guess is more what I'm saying. But like this one actually like sucks you in towards the giant towering shogun in the background or whatever that guy's supposed to be. Looks like he's got four arms actually.
yeah, this is a bad movie. It is a straight up bad
Is it?
movie. Yeah,
Is it? Oh,
it's my least favorite Lego movie easily.
well, that's because. Well, did you ever watch the Ninjago show?
No.
Okay. See, I don't know if I want to sell it off right away, right just from that opinion, because when I had a roommate in college that loved the Ninja, him and his girlfriend would watch the Ninjago cartoon together,
Sure.
and they really liked it a lot. So
Well, all right.
I think just having it, I think it's just literally just an extension of that. It has nothing really to do with any of the other Lego movies. So
But the box art, I feel like Lego the Ninjago movie is probably better. I mean,
yeah, it's kind of, I mean, it's kind of around too. I mean, the Atari it's just is
I mean,
the nature of that
yeah.
system that has blank kind of box art.
yeah, that
I
was
mean,
his thing.
yeah, I mean, it's the '70s and the '80s, you know.
Hmm.
That's kind of what it has. It's maybe our tastes are just that more are just that more modern. This is definitely a more modern design as opposed to like a retro design.
Yeah, I
Um,
feel like retro games are usually gonna have a disadvantage in that aspect.
yeah,
But,
just from our personal tastes, probably. But
so we're gonna go
I
with,
think, yeah, I definitely like. I love how they're all rushing forward. You really get an idea of like, there's a good sense of speed. Um,
yeah, it's at that sharp angle. You don't really see that very often.
yeah, it's almost like a Dutch angle
Yeah.
there. It's kind of
All
cool.
right. So Lego
Yeah.
Ninjago movie, the video
Yep.
game. All right,
Yeah,
let's-
you got good box art there.
all right, let's
Your
move-
movie may or may not be may or may not be good.
Yeah. Move on in 3, 2, 1. Oh. Ooh. We have Matt Hoffman's Pro BMX and Warlords Battlecry 3.
Now, do you suppose Matt Hoffman's Pro BMX? Do you think it has any relation at all to Tony Hawk's Pro Skater?
No, I don't think
Maybe-
there was any inspiration there.
Yeah, I don't think there's any inspiration. I don't think it was probably even made by the same people. I think they just had an original idea and just rolled with it.
Definitely an original box art.
Yeah, it's like literally the exact same thing. It's amazing.
Yeah, I saw some weird ones like on the GameCube. There's like different sports that have. There's like Pro Surfer that's like the same logo too. I didn't even know these existed.
They were really?
Yeah, it was like some surfer, like Kelly Ryan, whatever her name is.
Oh, Kelly. Yeah, Kelly. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. There was a surfing one of these. I bet it was awful.
I know.
I bet it was just the worst.
I can't wait to
I mean-
play it though.
I mean, like how I just don't even know how you would. I don't know.
All right.
Like with something like this, you could have. Anyway, we'll not talk about the actual game.
So, I mean, in terms of Warlords Battlecry 3, I think we're looking at a bit of a generic design here. We got two dragons. We got a dude with a sword. It doesn't do too much for me, and like the name, it doesn't stand out as very remarkable just from looking at it, you know.
Yeah, I don't really know much about this game series.
Yeah, the classic trilogy.
Yeah. Here's the thing, though. I like the composition of the art far more than the composition of this Game Boy Color box
Mhm.
because there's just too much to look at here with the Game Boy Color. I mean, just because of like they've crammed Game Boy Color
Yeah.
only for Game Boy Color. You've got like all these names circling around. You have the rating, the seal of quality, which is still called the seal of quality here, which is kind of cool. The Activision logo, the U logo takes up like a third of the space, and
Yeah.
then you kind of get part of a picture in mashed in there. I don't like that.
Yeah, the Game Boy Color layout in general is kind of whack for a
Kind
box art.
yeah, kind of awful.
It's like you're crammed. It's like not even like an even. It's not a square. It's like
Like
a
like
rectangle.
70% of the box art is taken up by stuff that isn't the picture.
Yeah, we got names. We got the huge logo, and then all we have is just a dude on a bike. And it's like, yeah,
Yeah,
I guess that's what it is.
that may or may not be Matt Hoffman. You
That's
can't really
that's
tell.
probably Matt Hoffman's stunt double. That being said, yeah, I also think Warlords Battlecry 3 isn't anything to be desired. But
It's not. It's the artistry on it is kind of amateurish, I would say.
yeah,
Even.
yeah, F those artists, first of all.
Well, I mean, I don't want to just dump on the artist, but like that is not
Yeah,
an attractive box art. I'm sorry.
yeah, I'm sorry about that
Yeah.
if you're watching.
Sorry
But
if you're watching.
whoever drew the Matt Hoffman's Pro BMX box art purely by hand, not too
Wow.
good either.
Yeah.
This is a tough one.
This is really tough because they're both kind of terrible.
I would say my vote would be Warlords.
I'm leaning towards Warlords just for the sake of composition. I think the art leaves a lot to be desired. It's a little generic, but at least you can tell what it is. I mean, with Matt Hoffman, you can tell what it is, but it's just like it's just a mess.
And
Like,
if you take off the Game Boy Color on the side, they're pretty much almost the same size, and like the layout is actually miraculously close. So you get the logo right in the middle. You got your main dude right up top. Same thing basically.
Yeah, I think if you got rid of some of the extra logo, yeah, the one in the corner, that would I would probably just like make it infinitely better.
Yeah,
Honestly.
well, maybe get a guy like yelling down there or something wacky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to catch him.
So what do you think, Warlords?
Yeah, I'm voting for Warlords too. Yeah.
All right, we're agreeing. That's fine. We'll never
Yeah.
disagree.
Yeah, there we go. We've got a pretty good so far.
All right, so we move on to 3, 2, 1.
Oh what?
Oh!
No, it's hard.
What?
This isn't easy. This is amazing though. I'm not gonna lie.
There's no way. Well, he just
He had
must
to
have
done
been like
this.
the same seller.
Yeah, probably.
It's like Pokemon Red, Pokemon Blue.
He had to have done that intentionally.
All right, well, I don't like how in Pokemon Blue the left side of the Game Boy logo is cut off.
I mean, that could have been just
Yeah, I know.
just the image he
It's
used.
just the image.
Yeah.
But okay, so does it just come down to what's the better looking Pokemon? Is the red color scheme with Charizard or the blue color scheme with Blastoise?
So, first impression, I honestly like how Blastoise is framed better.
True, yeah, he's at least
Charizard-
angled towards us.
Charizard's head, part of his head is cut off by the Pokemon Gotta Catch 'Em All.
Right, yeah.
Which it actually kind of annoys me the fact that Gotta Catch 'Em All is like that big on the box.
Right.
It might be kind of nitpicky. I mean, they've Pokemon. That is a Pokemon company US. Like that's a USA because the Japanese is I think what is it like Pokemon Dato or something like that. It just means get Pokemon. It doesn't mean
Get
gotta
'em,
catch
yeah.
them all. Just get the Pokemon. You
Mhm.
gotta. The collecting aspect, which is I think is a little bit more. I don't want to say it's completely, but I want to say it's definitely more of a Western concept or a Western. And I think it's spurred on by that phrase, which Nintendo themselves hasn't really used very much recently.
Right. Yeah, but definitely when it came out, it was like all the rage.
It's huge. Yeah, that's the big thing, and that's stayed in the zeitgeist of Pokemon since then. So it's definitely great phrase. I mean, I used it just like earlier today about something, or yesterday about something that had nothing to do with Pokemon. So
It really is great. It's really a great one to stick in your mind.
Yeah.
for decades, and like you can say that to pretty much anyone who was just living while these games came out,
And they'll know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think you're right. I think Pokemon Blue's got it just because of he's angled towards us. He fits in the frame. I guess they might just be going for the cool Charizard looking away from you kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I would say Pokemon Blue.
Yeah. Just because you get kind of the idea because the cannon's facing you there too. He's like reaching out towards you. I think it works a little bit better as a thing. I think it would be much tougher if Gotta Catch 'Em All wasn't on the box art because then you'd have all of Charizard's basically his whole head would be there.
Yeah, I would still say Blastoise is better though because I think it'd still be framed better.
It's just because he's reaching
in position.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Pokemon Blue.
Okay.
So we move on. 3, 2, 1.
Ooh.
Oh.
Laura Bailey's one of her very first voice roles was Blood Rain.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So we have Blood Rain on the PS2 versus Metal Slug First Mission on the Neo Geo Pocket Color.
Yeah, we do have a Neo Geo game.
Yeah.
How about that? I was saying something about that.
Too bad it's useless.
Oh. Okay.
So I'm immediately liking what I'm seeing from Blood Rain.
Yeah, the detail on the sword is really great, isn't it? With all the blood specks, and you get a little blood coming off there. Yeah,
is
right?
the highlighting of the 2 O's in the logo, is that intentional to draw you down to what's below it?
I mean, it sure works, doesn't it? Well, okay. Is that supposed to be like? Is the 2 O's with the whatever cross that is? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Is that supposed to be like the symbol, or is it supposed to be like the 2 O's like, and then what you're looking at are two more large circular objects?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think the framing's brilliant. I don't know what that even resembles in the game, but that logo, that highlighting there, I guess it's a logo of some sorts, but
I don't know.
I do like the box art.
I mean, it's hard not to be drawn to it.
A lot of red. I like a lot of red. That's really cool, though.
You do get the red. I mean, that's good for the theming. You're supposed to be a vampire lady, so she's gonna be sucking your blood.
I've noticed almost a similar color scheme between the PlayStation logo and the Neo Geo Pocket logo too. It's got some red, green, blue going on in there. You just needed a yellow. Huh. I don't know why they put red in the first dash array above the P there, but
if they had the yellow, it would have been the exact same color scheme.
So what do you think of this Metal Slug First Mission box art?
It's not doing it for me as much as I would have expected. I don't know. It's like the tank looks awesome. I love how that looks. I think the shading and stuff on that is really great. Mm-hmm. The dude is just like,
I've got a gun and I got a muscle.
I don't know. I got the gun and I have the muscle. He's like Rambo meets Marty McFly.
Exactly. Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah, I just don't even like the layout of the fact that he's in front of this framed little picture of the tank.
Yeah.
That doesn't really do it for me.
I feel like it would have been more interesting if they'd had him like attacking the tank or doing something, you know.
Yeah. Like do something.
Or maybe just not even add him in there, maybe? I don't know.
Just
like
the tank.
Yeah.
I mean, I need something. It's just weird that he's like, hey, they're both actually posing with weapons. How about that?
Yeah, and pretty much the same way, actually.
But for some reason, Blood Rain does so much more for me than him holding a gun. You know, Blood Rain is a lot more distinct to the style, and this box art from Metal Slug, it's like, generic dude with a gun. Metal
Slug isn't... I don't think you really use pistols too much in that game. I mean, maybe I'm thinking more just of Contra, where you just, like, plug in stuff with like, a rifle and, like, a repeating gun. I thought you kind of did that in Metal Slug too. I haven't really honestly played I don't think I've ever really played a Metal Slug game.
I've never played either of these. Yeah.
I've never played Blood Rain either.
Yeah, for me it's easily Blood Rain. Just.
I gotta lean with the Blood Rain, and it's not because of the. It's not just because of the boobs, okay?
Definitely not. Definitely
not.
not.
No, I think it is the superior box art here. Um, there's something to be said about Metal Slug, but like it's not overly keen on the dude. I don't know. There's just
Yeah.
about it. It's just
I
weird.
mean, if you're gonna have a dude posing like that, you need to have a more like a stronger design, I think.
Yeah, or maybe have him more like I don't know, more higher up in the frame or something. It's kind of like he's down too low. I don't know.
If you had the female lead from Blood Rain in that same position, I think it works 100 times better in that box art. Even it's
Even
just
in
like,
that box there, yeah. I guess that's true. Yeah.
all right. Well, there you go. Blood Rain
Okay.
moves
Blood Rain
on,
wins.
and moving on. 3, 2, 1. Okay. We got Blaze Blue Continuum Shifts on the
Hmm.
PlayStation 3 versus Floating Runner Quest for the Seven Crystals on the PlayStation. We're getting a lot of console variety. That's surprising.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
Blaze Blue. Okay, so
Okay, fighting game series, Arc System Works.
yeah,
Um,
logo. A lot of glow around the logo. Whoa, it's Blaze
the
Blue.
logo takes up a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You get that it's an anime, very anime style
Yeah,
game.
get there's anime style characters for sure,
Um,
with
except I think
similar
we ne-
faces.
except I think we needed like maybe like a lot more room at the top, as it just feels like it feels very crowded.
Yeah, so I know nothing about these games. Is there something so significant about these two at the top here that they're
Yeah,
the lead spot?
they're the lead characters of the game. Yeah,
Okay, and
I
these
think
other guys,
honestly, there are other characters.
is just
I
there.
I I don't really know tons about Blaze Blue. I picked up Cross Tag Battle
Mm-hmm.
because it had Ruby characters in it,
Oh,
and Persona characters in it. So I was like, oh, that's cool. So I picked that up. I played like maybe a couple hours of it. Um, I'm not really a lot of the sprite fighters, the 2D anime fighters like this, the Arc System Works ones. They're very execution like perfect.
mm-hmm.
And I'm not good at that kind of fighting game,
Yeah.
so not my type of thing.
But in
Um,
terms of the design, it's not really remarkable to me, you know.
it's like the box art should have been shifted down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I guess that the T for teen logo then would have been in what's her name's face here, but maybe you could just axe her because like who cares, and like
Yeah.
just move the whole image down like another few inches because it feels like the top of whatever's going on there is being cut off.
Yeah,
So
it's a little a little crammed in there, and
yeah,
it's like, what are you cramming it for? Just to have these like standard just poses of these characters down there? They're not doing anything special down there.
yeah.
Um, so
So floating runner, quest for the seven crystals.
okay, I'm immediately.
Charming.
It's like maybe some Super Mario RPG inspiration here, considering there's 7 crystals going on.
Oh yes, there's never been seven in anything else. It's just
Well,
only in
I think, I mean,
only. All right. Another platformer.
yeah, definitely some sort of platformer, 3D platformer style going on here.
Yeah.
He's got a gun. That's interesting.
It's like it's either he's firing it or it's shining a light. I can't really tell what exactly.
It's a
But
flashlight
it
gun.
looks like he's throwing a bomb though. It looks like too.
Throwing a
So
bomb behind him to that village and shooting in the air. Okay, interesting. We got floating platform things,
yeah, floating islands in the
planets.
sky.
Yeah.
I kind of like this honestly.
So
I
yeah,
I'm definitely like leaning towards this one.
and it's like
Um,
floating runner. So he runs
But
in the
he's float-
sky.
he's floating, I guess.
It's a
Co-
weird name, but that's not what we're judging. But floating runner, kind of weird.
Maybe it's because the islands are all floating. I don't know. What's Cocopelis? Cocopolis?
Kukupeli.
Cocopolis? I think that's supposed to be a backwards S there.
It doesn't have to be. It could just be a little person.
Maybe.
Kukupeli.
I don't know, man. That's weird. I've never heard of that company ever before.
I mean, it's not my
They made
favorite.
one. They made one game called Floating Runner.
Yeah, it's not the best character design I've ever seen, but I don't know. It does a little more for me than Blaze Blue, though.
Same. It's less cramped looking.
Mhm.
You get the I mean, with Blaze Blue, yeah, you get the idea. Okay, so there's a bunch of anime characters that looks like they might be fighting up there. I don't know. Um,
Yeah,
just it's like,
you just have to assume it's fighting.
yeah, kind of. Yeah, I mean, I got to give it to Floating Runner. So it's again, yeah, I'm not crazy about that character design, but it looks claymation-y and it looks charming. I like that. It does. It definitely. It's a little more comprehensible, I guess you could say, in terms of composition than Blaze Blue. So
Yeah, and you have like the red and orange gradient on the logo that's similar to the colors on his outfit and his hair. It's kind of
yeah, the
works well.
Indiana Jones gradient.
Yeah, it's all right. Floating runner.
Right.
We move on. Three, two, one.
Ooh,
Oh,
dang, we got N64 and Vita now. We do have quite a bit
every
of variety.
system. Yeah, San Francisco Rush Extreme Racing, favorite title for the N64 versus Little Big Planet on the PS Vita. All right, so immediately noticing in this first one we've got cars. They're
Out of
going
control,
so fast that they're in the air. There's you definitely get a sense of rushing. They're rushing,
rushing around.
but I mean, there's not much you can do with racing games box art. But
I don't know. See, I don't know if I agree with that.
all
I've
right,
seen some pretty cool. I've seen some pretty cool ones. This is not what I would say is one of the better ones.
I
um,
don't like that they shoved the San Francisco up there. Like I know they're doing the different font styles, and they're like
yeah,
slanting and changing it, but I still don't like what they did there.
it feels very. It does feel kind of '90s with like the like. It looks like almost like this a Seinfeld font kind of, like or Everybody Loves Rant. Like yeah, it just feels like a TV like whoa, we're a fun program kind of font, or Friends. It's like
Yeah.
whoa, check out our fun font because we're
Yeah.
cool or whatever. Yeah, it's a little weird. Um, little big planet, PS Vita,
We've got a human hand entering the frame,
which is cute.
grabbing Sackboy
I
by
do
the
like
head.
his grabbing Sackboy. Sackboy is very, very happy to get his
He's happy to be
head
grabbed.
pulled up. Okay, so this is kind of weird to me.
Hmm.
It's PS Vita at the top, only on PlayStation. Little Big Planet PS Vita. That's what they called the game. They didn't have any other ideas as what to call it. Like Little Big Planet Pocket, like in my
Yeah,
pocket or something like that.
little big pocket. Yeah, yeah, something.
It could have been Little Big Planet in my pocket, or Little Big Planet Pocket, or Light, or something. I mean, Light maybe I would give the wrong impression, but
Right.
I feel like they could have come up with a better title because it's just weird to have PS Vita like twice, like in the same exact way. On
Could
the
just be
box.
Little Big Planet. You know.
Yeah,
I think they'll be
yeah,
able to tell it's PS Vita when they're
yeah,
grabbing it.
yeah. When it's this tiny little weird. Have you? Those cases are so weird.
I'm not a fan of them. Yeah.
I don't like them. Yeah,
Yeah, so
I know we talked about like Switch cases and you not liking them. I like those. I don't like the Vita cases at all.
Okay.
Uh, I feel
so,
it.
but what are you feeling about this box art in general?
I mean, it's Little Big Planet.
I
I
mean,
mean,
I get it's
they
a
all kind of, all of, not to try not to compare it to other box arts, but like all of the Little Big Planet box arts basically are the exact same thing,
yeah,
more or less. They're all kind of this.
all just like a planet with stuff going around, and
Yeah.
it doesn't really give you a true sense of the game. It's just kind of like if I didn't know what Little Big Planet was and I saw this, I don't think I would be that interested. Like the fact that there's a human hand, like taking off of this planet almost.
I think that's just supposed to give you an idea because if my memory serves, this game really used a lot of basically put all of the Vita's features to use. So even the back pad, the touchpad, used the touch screen as well as the back touchpad.
Okay.
I think it used all that stuff. So I think that is they wanted to like give a sense of like, oh, you're gonna be like, there's something tactile about this game. You're gonna be like using the touch screen a lot.
Hmm.
So actually, I actually kind of like that. Though, to be honest, oh no, I think the original Mario Maker does have a human hand on it too, doesn't it?
I don't know.
I think, isn't that and a component of the Little Big Planet games is designing your own levels,
Right.
right? So, I kind of think it works. for me, the hand coming in.
Okay. I just
I don't
don't.
know if
I
there
don't
was.
get a true sense of what's going on though if I don't know what Little Big Planet is.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Like,
I mean,
is this guy just like my impression would be this? You're holding this guy and he's like just running on a planet, and like the planet is that size and he's running on it. You know, like I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I would again, same sort of thing. If I didn't know, I'd guess like platformer or some sort of simulation game, probably from that. Little Big Planet, you'd maybe think simulation even from that
Yeah.
title. Um, yeah, I kind of agree with that. It is sort of hard to tell. I mean, you're going to be touching something probably, but you don't necessarily know like to what degree.
Mm-hmm.
What is that? Is that like a weird, creepy doll on the side there? Yeah. There's a lot of
Oh.
like weird. There's a lot of weird stuff on this box now that I'm looking at it
Yeah.
like a little bit more closely. It's
Yeah.
like you get
Really.
like a carnival ride on the
Does it really
backside.
make you want to go jump into
There's
that
there's
world?
like an there's like an octopus tentacle. Okay, so here's the thing: you get like lots of weird, whimsical stuff here. You have like stars, moons,
Mm-hmm.
a dotted line with some I don't even know what that is, like a creepy doll, a circus fair, like a crank for the planet. What looks like a beached whale. I don't know what that is on the other side there. A carnival barker, pirate man, with a
Right.
balloon with a box. See,
He's some
okay, and the
abomination going on over there.
yeah, and the boxes. See, the boxes there. That would say that just screams platformer to me.
Yeah.
Um, so
That's probably why they did that. But
yeah,
so what do you feel? How do you feel about this in comparison to San Francisco Rush Extreme Racing?
I mean, San Francisco Rush Extreme Racing, which is a mouthful, just has. There's so much more you could have done with. I honestly
What could you have done with San
I-
Francisco Rush Extreme Racing?
made this box art like way lighter in terms of shading. Like it just looks all washed out and gross. You
True.
know,
Some
like
gross
this.
colors, yeah.
Yeah, maybe they really want to give you that San Fran feel. The grimy streets of San
It's
Francisco.
almost like they printed out the wrong color, like they're running out of ink, you know?
Yeah, yeah, it does kind of feel like it just needs a little bit more pop to it. I feel like.
Yeah. So,
Whereas Little Big Planet is very inviting. It's blue. It looks fun. There's lots of different colors, but they're all bright and
it's blue and then you
interesting.
have this red and white logo in the middle.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I would say
I,
Little Big Planet.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it's just San Francisco Rush is just way too extreme racing. It's just way too generic, you know. I mean, I think it's good that it's like, oh, you're racing. We got cars coming right at the screen. Holy cow! But it's like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
That's like every racing game could have something like that.
Yeah. All right.
See,
So,
Mario Kart does it really well. Mario Kart always has great box art, I think.
that's true, but they have a lot more to work with. Like, you have
Yeah,
characters
that,
and.
yeah.
Like,
That's
yeah, these are
that's
just
fair.
drivers.
Because because then you think like Crash Team Racing and Sonic Racing games and all those also
I
because
mean,
they're character focused, they do have a little bit more. Yeah.
I mean, it would do more for me actually if you did see the characters. You know, maybe have the windshield a little see through.
Yeah, like have the driver in there. Yeah, have him like maybe just have maybe he doesn't necessarily have to be wearing a helmet, but have a guy like having fun on the inside or something. That would have been I agree. That would have been probably better. But
Right. So let's move on to the last one of round one here.
yep.
3, 2, 1. Oh.
PSP and Sega CD.
I think every game was a different system.
Well,
Remarkable.
hold on. Isn't that the manual to that Sega CD game? Because I thought Sega CD games all came in a tall box.
Of Sewer Shark. All right, so this
Yeah.
one was the instruction booklet version. So we just found the actual version here.
Yeah.
Sewer Shark on the Sega CD looks great.
Yeah. Oh, it looks like something. That's for sure.
Mhm. So okay, we have Untold Legends, Brotherhood of the Blade on PSP, and we have Sewer Shark on Sega CD.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, Untold Legends, Brotherhood of the Blade.
Getting serious Gauntlet vibes from this.
Definitely. It
Um,
seems. I would imagine it would be a 4-player cooperative experience, but
Yeah.
could be
SOE
wrong.
Sony Online, so you've got
Oh,
there's a component to play wirelessly with your friends.
yeah.
Would be my guess. Um,
So
That's pretty cool.
the font kind of matches with the different character designs, and
It feels very fantasy, very Dungeons and Dragons Gauntlet
yeah,
type of thing.
I kind of dig it. Kind of dig
I
it.
like it. I like it a lot. Particularly in comparison to Sewer
Sewer
Shark.
Shark. What is this? Wait, what is this game though?
Yeah, yeah,
What,
I don't know. I'd
Sewer
never even
Shark?
heard of such a thing.
What does the Sewer Shark do?
Why have I never heard of it? Oh no, you know what? I've heard somebody. Yeah, because this was a pack-in game for the Sega CD. So I feel like I heard somebody talking about this one time about like how terrible, like how it might be one of the worst pack-in games ever.
Well, let's not let that sway our opinion. So this guy
I mean,
is in the sewer and he's dressed like this, but it's like, I don't really. Yeah, you're not selling me on the game with this design.
yeah, like what's with the meter at the top and like the energy score? Like why? Why? It's like they literally took an image, like some of the framing from the game, and just slapped it on the box because they couldn't figure out what to put on it.
Yeah.
Like they couldn't have taken some, because this is clearly an FMV game. They couldn't have taken like a still from production during the FMV. That would have been probably more fun than whatever this is.
And that ugly face with the filter. And...
It's just, oh, it looks so bad.
All right, so I think we can just give it to Untold Legends.
Honestly, you win. Get Sewer Shark out of here.
All right, so now we have Far Cry 5 versus Lego Ninjago movie video game.
Honestly, this is actually gonna be kind of tough for me.
Okay, so Far Cry 5, I'm still liking the symmetry. We have two very different styles, where this one's very centered and the other one's at an angle for Lego Ninjago movie. This one, I mean, it's hard to compare, but like we said, it shows a lot about like the world of Far Cry they're going for. But it's like, I mean, Lego Ninjago is showing Lego ninja stuff, so
yeah, it is. It is.
That too.
Yeah. Both of them give really good senses of the world and the idea of the game. Okay, so well, here's one thing maybe against the Ninjago one though. Mm-hmm. Some of the characters in the background are a little almost too small to really be able to tell what they are or what they're doing. Mm-hmm. I guess some of that's intentional because it's supposed to be zooming out, and then you're supposed to get the sense of the scale of the huge thing in the back.
There's there's so many wacky characters to play. You don't even know them all.
Yeah, I guess that's true. You get all the heroes here and the villains. On this one, you're like, oh. On the Far Cry, you're like, oh. There's some bad people here, I guess. They're punishing a guy. They've written Sinner on his back, or looks like they wrote it on his back.
Yeah, a lot of white people.
Yeah. A lot of white folk. I can't relate personally. No, I'm kidding.
There's a lot more diversity in the Ninjagos.
There's more diversity in the.
What do you
mean? They're all yellow Lego people.
These are like 6 out of the 7 people in the Far Cry one are white men with beards.
And not just white men with beards. Almost all of them are wearing plaid of some sort, or. Okay, a couple of them are. Mm. They all have beard. They all have big old bushy beards. They all have beards. They all have like the exact same. They like half of them have the same haircut.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Honestly, I just think
there's just a good boy there. Look at that dog. He's just a good dog.
He's fine. There's a bad boy right up front though, to the left.
That's true. Yeah, it's true. I just love the fact, like the details and the stuff with the guy, just the really taking on that Last Supper thing there. Like, it's really great.
What is he? Who is he? Like he's presenting to us. Like, look at this.
Like, check it out.
Or is there like someone...
join the cult?
And they're all looking. It's like a Last Supper kind of thing, you know. They're not looking. He's only one person looking at us, and they're all like,
"Yeah,
oh, we're looking at each other and stuff."
Yeah.
I think I would vote for Far Cry.
Yeah. I props to Ninjago for adding. I honestly think that's really good box art, but I think there's just The more you look at Far Cry 5, the more I get out of it, honestly. I think it's really great.
Now we have Warlords Battle Cry 3 versus Pokemon Blue.
I mean, this is kind of easy. This is Pokemon Blue all the way.
Easily Warlords.
Yeah, easily, easily Warlords. I mean, just look at that quality art.
There's more going on in Warlords. Pokemon.
I mean, that's true.
I
You get an action scene here. You know.
So it's like Pokemon Blue. It's like this is a Pokemon, I'm guessing, and gotta catch them all. I guess you catch these kinds of things.
Yeah.
And it just leaves a lot more to the imagination. Warlords, it's like, okay, you're gonna be a dude with a sword fighting dragons for sure.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Yeah.
Pokemon Blue.
Pokemon Blue, easy.
Now we have Blood Rain versus Floating Runner. Quest for the 7 Crystals.
Kid friendly versus M.
M-rated, yeah. Versus literally kids to adults. Alright.
Yeah.
See, Floating Runner, while it does have a background, a little more depth to it, the things in the background aren't particularly interesting to me. It's like generic, like rock, floating rock platforms.
You almost could have had enemies, and it'd be probably more exciting.
Yeah, maybe there are no enemies in this game. It's just you throw bombs.
You just at helpless villages down below.
And gun. That's the weirdest thing about this game. Is like we thought it was like a 3D platformer, but he's like a floating runner. So he's like in the sky and he's got a gun. I don't know how any of this works.
I don't know. I've never played it.
But I really like Blood Rain design. I think it's striking.
It's just has a strong sense. This is the character, and this is who she is. She's got a confidence, like kind of a cocky. She's a vampiress lady.
Mm-hmm.
Is she supposed to be like a succubus or just a vampiress?
She suck, but she also attack. Yeah, I think like without even knowing what the game is like, that makes me more intrigued to play that one. Just because it's like, ooh, I'd like to walk a day in her shoes.
Hey man, sex appeal, it's a real thing for marketing.
It might carry her all the way through this tournament.
yeah, it might. We'll have to see.
I think even besides the sex appeal, I think the design is cool with the red and the
No, honestly, I totally agree. I mean, I think, yeah. I think it's solid box art. So, sometimes something like this can work against a game, like just focusing on one character. Right. But there's a lot of little great details in here, like the blood spatter, the blood coming down from her mouth there.
And it's like a better character design than a lot of the ones we've been seeing today.
Yeah, agreed.
But would it have as much like would we be saying the same things if this was a guy with red hair licking a knife?
Probably. If like it was a Devil May Cry thing and it had like Dante making like a striking pose, like I mean Dante's more laid back. He's a lot more too cool for school type of thing. Mm-hmm. But like if there was a male character that was kind of like, you know,
sexy.
Yeah, sexy and like really confident like this.
He's kind of comparable as would be Dante. Yeah, she seems like that kind of realm there.
Yeah.
All right, so last one for round 2 is Little Big Planet on the PS Vita versus Untold Legends, something of the Brotherhood.
Brotherhood of the Blade.
For me, immediately I'm thinking Untold Legends, just because it's distinctly like stylized. I mean, games that have like a distinct style like that on the box art are more appealing to me generally than it's like Little Big Planet.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm generally just scared of games with human hands in them. In general.
I'm pretty sure the first Mario Maker has a human hand on the box art.
That's fine, but Mario Maker is so good, so.
So, you know, Little Big Planet PS Vita.
Well, I never said that Mario Maker
has amazing box art.
I haven't analyzed the box art, so.
Yeah, that's true. We haven't.
But I just think it's weird. Whenever I see that, I'm like, oh, this is probably just like a cash grab, like family friendly game because it's got people.
Like 1-2 switch.
Yeah, that kind of thing. It just gives me bad vibes.
You're right. It does kind of like weirdly cheapen it.
Yeah.
You're right. No, that's a really good point because like to me it does like I was saying it does really get you. Oh, you're probably like touching it and stuff. But like having like real people in there does kind of make it feel like
Because
Yeah,
it's no longer bringing you into the world. This is a product.
Yeah.
We want
Yeah.
you to grab it with your
Right.
hand.
Yeah. No, it's
Nice
true. Yeah.
try.
Yeah. There's kind of a weird. I completely agree with you there. I honestly I was gonna side with Untold Legends because I really think, like you said, it has a really strong identity. It's straight. It's telling you exactly what it is. It's four. There might be more than four characters. I don't know, but that it really screams Gauntlet, and it really screams like you get to go online with your friends and you can go in this fantasy world as one of these characters, and
Yeah.
probably gonna be fighting mobs and just going through dungeons and stuff.
All right. So Untold Legends. That
Very cool.
that brings us to our final four for the night.
The
which,
final
which
four.
is going to be Far Cry 5, Pokemon Blue, Blood Rain, and Untold Legends.
Yeah.
So first matchup, Far Cry 5 versus Pokemon Blue. Like it's literally like so much depth versus the lack of
Simplicity.
depth. Yeah.
It's simplicity versus detailing.
Which one will come out on top? Honestly, let's look at it like if you were gonna buy it, like if you don't really look into it,
Yeah.
Far Cry 5 from a distance, you see like people and you see an American flag.
Yeah.
And then, but it's like very distinct Pokemon Blue. It just pops out Blastoise. But it's like, does that Blastoise and its Pokemon, does that do enough to outweigh the depth and the design of Far Cry 5's?
Yeah, because Far Cry 5 is like gorgeously realistic.
True. Very,
As opposed to it's very stylized anime, 90s anime style.
honestly,
Yeah, this is tough for me.
it's like Pokemon Blue is almost like Hugo the Evil Mirror in its design, where it's like you got your main focus popping out a little bit.
Yeah.
And we ultimately sided with Far Cry 5 because it had more depth and it like sucked you into the world more. If we take out the fact that we know this is Pokemon, it's a beloved thing.
Yeah.
Just see the box art, it's like, does it do anything for you?
Yeah, I mean, I think sometimes there is something to be said about simplicity.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Well, also my problem with Hugo is just the character's design was unappealing.
So if that
Whereas,
was,
like, this is
Blastoise
where
breaking out the mirror?
I mean, he's just cool. He's got a real sense of like it's a turtle with a giant cannon on its back. I mean, it's just it's very cool, and you can kind of tell he's kind of snarling a little bit because his mouth a little open, so he's coming towards you.
And it's one of the games that at least takes the side logo that you're stuck with for the box art, and they at least overlap it for a little bit of a style.
It's cool for the style. Yeah, I agree with that.
It's not like you just have that on the side and you're confined to the side part.
Yeah.
This is tough.
Yeah, because I'm trying to be like as objective as I can about it too. It is. I'm kind of honestly still siding with Far Cry 5. I don't want to just give it because of the details, but like those details though.
Yeah, honestly, me looking at this box art, it's like I want to play Far Cry 5 now.
I know, it's kind of making me want to play.
What is this?
The game's just kind of okay.
What is this sinner? Where does the sinner come in? Yeah, I want to know.
So yeah.
What are these white people? Why is there so much conflict with these white people?
Why? How did they take control of wherever they are, and why did they take control of wherever they are?
And there's just so much, even while they're chilling at this table with fun weapons. I don't even know what they're doing at this table. It's like he's presenting, and they're all just there. Ooh, we're tough. We have weapons and wolf dog. And then in the background, there's planes and explosions.
Wolf dog.
It's just chaos.
And the beautiful Rocky Mountains there too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Far Cry 5.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so. I don't want to knock Pokemon Blue's simplicity, but there's the details though.
And that puts Far Cry 5 in our final match, which I never would have expected Far Cry 5.
Me neither.
See, you gotta take a close look at these box arts, man, and you admire something new.
Yeah.
Now, to see who will be the second part of the final matchup, we have Blood Rain versus Untold Legends. What are you thinking?
Both of them very strong identities. You know, you have an idea of what kind of game they're going to be. Based on what they are. Blood Rain, going to be a vampire to some degree. You're probably going to be killing guys and consuming them, their blood, for experience or health or something.
And I think by nature of the PSP case, they did like the best they could with like matching the design to fit that shape, you know?
Yeah.
Where a lot of times it can be really awkward to put something in such a slim shape.
I really like I actually really like the PSP box art a lot, because one of the things that I like a lot about it is how they kept a lot of the logo and stuff is very minimalist, and it's all kind of up at the top. So you got room for the art to breathe.
But often box art benefits a lot from a little bit more width, you know?
Yeah, it's true.
That's why I think Untold Legends does a really good job of like not stretching things out unnaturally. It's like, okay, that makes sense. It fits. And it's not.
Yeah, it doesn't feel crowded or anything.
Like you said, it's kind of like Gauntlet, so in a sense, it's not like very unique in its like stylized appeal.
That's true.
There's a lot of other games you could probably say in the similar.
Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
Diablo. You know.
So it all kind of blends together. Blood Rain, I think, is a little more distinct in that regard, where it's like
there aren't tons of vampire games out there.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got like Vampire the Masquerade. I'm thinking of even this period of time. Even now, there still aren't that many. Now that you think about it, I mean, Castlevania, but like Castlevania is like a gothic style, you know.
And there really aren't many games that have this main character just like looking you right in the eye, and just that's all you see. Is just
she's gonna suck your blood.
She's gonna suck. She suck.
I protect.
Blood Rain. But I'm still curious about the highlighted O's with the symbol going on there in the.
That must be some sort of symbol in the game. Would be my guess.
Yeah, I'll take their word for it. Also interesting, yeah, it's not entirely centered, the logo. It's like a little off to the side. It's like right aligned almost.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that she isn't actively licking the blade. That would have been a little bit much.
Oh, that would have been... yeah, that would have been too much. Yeah.
She just clearly has licked it at some point, right?
Probably.
She needed that blood and it's dripping.
What even is that weapon, though? I guess it's just like some sort of sword. I don't know.
Yeah, what's she? Oh, she's holding like a handle, and it's like one of those blades that comes out, right?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking Blood Rain. What do you think?
I could have honestly been swung either way, I think, on this one.
Untold Legends, it does have a cool, like, especially if it is like meant to be played 4 players. It's like you get that sense immediately. Yeah. It's like, cool. This is one. We can. All my D&D friends can play this one.
Yeah, yeah. I think I got to give the Blood Rain. It does have a very strong character. I mean, tied to it. This is Blood Rain right here. There she is.
Yeah.
So.
All right. So the grand final. Of course, we knew it would come to this. Far Cry 5 versus Blood Rain.
Yeah, we all knew from the beginning this is what it was going to be.
Yeah. As soon as we.
As soon as we decided.
We knew they'd meet in the finals. All right, so again, we have a bit of a depth versus simplicity.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think in the simplicity of Blood Rain, it's such a striking design. I still really love the colorization of
the red.
Yeah.
The red and the black.
Because it's like, vampire, baby, and it's a sexy color too.
Yeah.
Far Cry 5, though, we come back to it time and again.
We've lauded its praises this entire episode. Heaped on the praise.
What do you think? Do you think is it a toss-up for you? If there was a third opinion in the room, would it sway you?
It might. It's really tough, honestly. I don't know.
I think I have my choice.
Is it Blood Rain?
Is Blood Rain?
Yeah, I thought
I mean, just also appreciating the logo in combination with it kind of works better. Far Cry 5, like the logo doesn't stand out; it's kind of white, and so like when I see a logo like that or a header, it doesn't immediately is like maybe not too remarkable. Yeah,
it's true. So, we haven't really talked about
and
the
like
fact
when you
that logo.
And when you see it, it doesn't like make you want to really analyze it like we have
What
been.
is what's Farkry?
Farkry's
Farkry's 5.
5 stars. It's got 5 stars.
Farkry 5 stars. 10 out of 10.
And there's also that blemish down in the bottom right corner. That logo.
That blemish.
This is Ubisoft.
What, the Crunchyroll logo?
Yeah. So what do you think? Where are you leaning towards?
I mean, I'm kind of leaning Far Cry 5 still.
Okay.
I don't know though. I mean, Blood Rain does have a really good. What's that strap going down her arm there?
Uh-oh, here we go. It's all falling apart on Blood Rain
It's all
now.
falling apart. No. But like, what is that?
That's that's
Maybe is it maybe she's got like a headband and maybe it's like a ribbon coming off her head or something.
Yeah, because it could be fading into the right side as well in the black.
Yeah.
But that might undo the whole box art for me right there. Thanks for pointing it out. Eye makeup is pretty good. The eyeshadow, not bad.
She's good. She's talented. She's got a
She's good at
makeup
what she
on
does.
point. Makeup on point.
So, are we gonna vote for the sexualized woman vampire or the group of white dudes with guns?
Yeah, this is a real diverse group here.
It's tough. I love both. So
White-blooded American, two white-blooded American males voting on whether we should. So we're gonna upvote some cultists, some religious zealot cultists, or a sexualized female.
I think it's so tasteful, the sexualization, though, right?
I mean,
is it tasteful or is it not?
I mean, I think to an extent it is because I mean it gives you the. I think so.
I mean, there are boobs and it's sexy, but
it's a vampire. Like that.
That is part of the seductive nature of a vampire.
There's a very very much a seduction, sensual, sexiness to vampire literature and film, and that language is very very much like in a vampire thing. So that does the fact that she is that confident. You just tell her for her face. She's just like, I'm gonna kill some men, and well, maybe she'll kill women too. I don't know. Suck their blood. Only men.
So yeah, when you look at Blood Rain, it's like the design itself is so cool, but it doesn't. I guess it doesn't tell you much about the game. It's like there's a vampire involved, but what do you do? How does it play?
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Far Cry 5 Far Cry 5 is kind of the same way, but it gives you layers of like there's a lot going on here. There's
there's a big
political
world out there.
Intrigue, some sort of action going on.
Yeah. We've got guns and bows and there's a big open world back there.
Yeah, it gives you a bit more to go off of.
Yeah.
But in terms of design, like striking design, I think when you see Far Cry 5's, if we didn't look at it so closely, it would kind of seem pretty generic. If
you were they were just standing on a shelf and we were just walking by, I think I would look at Blood Rain more quickly. Just because of the black and red there.
Yeah.
Is just like super, like it just stands out, and it does help the fact that she's showing skin. You know that is obviously going to immediately draw your eyes.
Mm-hmm. And Far Cry 5, yeah, like from afar, it's not as good as when you look at. Like I still like the American flag and everything. It's like clearly there's something going on, but you really have to go look into the finer details to appreciate it. Whereas Blood Rain is very apparent and striking.
Like to the average modern consumer, they might not even necessarily get the Last Supper details in it. I mean, maybe they will. I don't know.
Right.
But like, I don't know if every dude bro walking into GameStop, looking on the shelf, would just be like, "Oh yeah, dog, that's the Last Supper right there." I get that religious imagery they're going for.
Do we really want to align ourselves with the dude bros though? This is a dude bro game, but it takes some courage to do a design like this, at least. Like it wasn't just.
I think so. I think so.
Just a dude with a gun. There's a bunch of dudes with guns.
Yeah, a bunch of white dudes and a white lady who may or may not be like some sort of wedding sacrifice, um, or,
of course they are.
or something. You know how it
Also,
goes.
also there's some hands reaching in from the right. I didn't notice right next to that woman, trying to grab like money out of her hands. You see that?
Oh yeah, I didn't see that at all.
Right above the dog.
So the real question here is which one of the 12 disciples is the dog?
Yeah. I mean, probably if we looked at it side by side, it would probably there's like some direct comparison you can make
Yeah.
to that dog.
Well, I see. I almost wonder if there's a larger image that has 12 followers for him, maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know.
So that's
But
why it's kind of a grand in scale, and when you
Yeah.
just put it into this framing.
Yeah.
And I admire the framing. I like the center in the front.
Yeah.
A lot of great stuff here.
You get a dark, despite all the bright colors and imagery, you do get that in the corners of the image, kind of in the corners of focus, you get some dark kind of dark undertones there, or overtones, I mean, you could say. But
Yeah.
yeah.
I still am gonna go with Blood Rain now.
Yeah, I think so. I think I am too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. It's to me what sold me was just thinking about it as if just a glance. What's a more striking box art? I mean, I guess that's not really fair to Far Cry 5's details, and we've been singing its details praises, but
we are. Yeah.
Blood Rain has details too. That's the thing. There's finer details in that too, and it's simple, but the more you look at it, the more you get some details out of it too, I think.
I think I imagine if you took that character and gave it a little bit more of a detailed background, it would still work pretty well.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
some
if
other
you,
dark
zoomed
things.
the image out, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, even like a couple other characters. I'm sure there's some other cool looking characters you could have in there.
Yeah.
But it works. It works so well.
Yeah.
Here you have it. The winner of the first box art battle.
Blood Rain. not at all what I was expecting.
Yeah. You never know what to expect when you go into this.
Very true.
This was fun though. I think we should do more of these.
Totally agree. I had a really good time.
More of these box art battles. Maybe there's something else we could do with this like style where we don't know what's coming and it's like paired up against each other.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Agree.
And hopefully we get a guest next time so we can have we could probably have some more contention. We were mostly in agreement.
Yeah, it's true. We did. I guess we have similar taste when it comes to stuff.
We could actually battle it out for the box art.
Real fight.
Or we could just outvote the other person every time.
Or I was just saying, or maybe we'll just have it'll be 3-0 every time too.
Yeah. Everyone talking about, this one's so good.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think we tried to look at it as objectively as possible, you know.
Yeah.
And 95% of these games I haven't played that we saw here today.
Yeah, the only ones are like Pokemon. I think was the only one I may have played. Let me go through just to make sure.
Pokemon Red and Pokemon Blue.
That's it. Those are the only games I played. Those two.
Yeah. Well, that's an interesting thing. Are any of these games ones you want to get in on now after seeing this box?
Blood Rain, absolutely.
Blood Rain, Far Cry 5.
Far Cry 5.
And, of course...
Sewer Shark.
Hugo the Evil Mirror. Hugo the Evil Mirror, baby.
Yeah.
That game looks so hype. Honestly, I like that design. I think it got robbed in its first matchup against Far Cry 5. I think
just an amazing box art.
It could have been a finalist. Any other seeding. But look, now we're gonna go away, and now next week we'll be talking about Blood Rain. All right?
Yeah.
So.
All right, dog.
Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this, smash that like
subscribe
button. All right, thank you.
And go watch our
Extremely Wicked, Shockingly Evil, and Vile review.